there are parts of China that seemed like they did the wrong thing in terms of trying to react, and different than the way we did it here, I think. What's the vaccination rate in Shanghai? And then what's the vaccination rate in elderly in Shanghai? I think that's a real issue.
Yeah, well, Shanghai has one of the largest, oldest urban populations. There's about 4 million people over the age of 60, and about 50% of the people over the age of 80 in Shanghai haven't had 2 or more doses of vaccine. If you look countrywide in China, 52 million people over the age of 60 have not been vaccinated at all. Only about 50% of those over the age of 60 have been boosted. So their vaccination rates are low, and the problem is that these lockdowns that we're seeing in China, which are true lockdowns, I mean, these are brutal lockdowns, seem to be the ends in and of themselves. They're not using these kinds of mitigation measures or any of the mitigation that they've deployed over the last 2 years to try to buy themselves time to get immunity to their population through vaccination. Their vaccination rates actually are quite low, particularly among older individuals. So the mitigation seems to be the ends in and of themselves, and they haven't used that time wisely.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen op-eds written that at some point, the people that aren't at risk for real serious disease, that the herd immunity or whatever you want to call it, that is finally generated, that becomes a powerful tool against COVID, and they don't have that over there. That no one, if no one can get it, then you're taking away that entire population that could have not been at risk if they had, had a mild case.
Right. Remember, we acquired a lot of immunity in the U.S. It's going to be a backstop against further spread, hopefully, barring something new and unexpected. And we did it over a prolonged period of time through successive tragic waves of infection and also vaccination. But we didn't do it all at once. What's going to happen now, the risk is in China, is that you see what happens in China, the same thing that happened in Hong Kong, where you have a massive surge of infection. They're dealing with a much more contagious variant that's going to be much harder to control than the earlier variants. And they have an immune-naive population that's not only been vaccinated, but it's been vaccinated with vaccines that have been proven to be not as effective against Omicron. And they don't have, to your point, any immunity from prior infections. So it's an immune-naive population on the whole. And this virus, which is much more contagious than earlier variants, can rip through that population very quickly. That's why they're being so aggressive. They saw what happened in Hong Kong, where there was excessive death, 450,000 documented infection, over 4,000 people who died, compared to South Korea, which had about 5 million infections and about 3,300 deaths. So much more infection, much less death, because, again, South Korea deployed vaccines effectively. Hong Kong didn't. Neither did China.